How can F1 students continue their lives in the U.S. after graduating? Upon graduating from university, most of the 1 million plus F1 visa holders look for alternative visa solutions that allow them to continue living in the U.S. while pursuing employment opportunities. However, for F1 students, the journey to a green card can be very long and plagued with uncertainty. The EB5 visa provides a direct route to a green card and is a quick solution to taking full control of your own future. It unleashes your true career potential and lets you start building your American dream exactly how you envision it. The typical path for F1 students seeking U.S. employment often begins with practical training, whether curricular practical training, CPT, or optional practical training, OPT, both of which are temporary. CPT is available only if the academic program includes a mandatory internship or practicum, and using it for 12 months full-time disqualifies you from OPT. OPT allows part-time work while studying and full-time post-graduation, but it is limited to 12 months, extendable by 24 months if you are a STEM student. However, neither CPT nor OPT leads to a green card. Entering the job market with OPT instead of a green card greatly limits your opportunities. The temporary nature of OPT often excludes high-paying jobs with growth potential. Furthermore, there's a strict 90-day window to secure employment. This can add considerable stress and restrict your job search to limited opportunities. If you are unemployed for more than 90 days, you will need to leave the U.S. The next step for many after OPT is the H-1B Specialty Occupation Visa, a temporary work permit valid for 3 years and renewable for another 3 years. However, this doesn't provide a secure pathway to a green card. The H-1B visa is not available for everyone, but only for jobs requiring highly specialized knowledge, and USCIS can change what qualifies as such. In order to receive the H-1B visa, you need to win a lottery that is becoming harder and harder to win, as the number of applications has nearly tripled in the last 4 years. There is an annual cap of only 85,000 new H-1B visas, and with over 780,000 applications for 2024, only 1 out of 11 applicants will get an H-1B visa. Also, 20,000 H-1B visas are reserved only for master's or doctorate students, so your chances may be even slimmer if you only have a bachelor's degree. An H-1B visa is restrictive as it binds you to your employer, carrying additional risk as being fired leaves you just 60 days to find a new job in the same field, or you must leave the U.S. Unfortunately, this happened to many H-1B visa holders in 2022 and early 2023, as at least 85,000 H-1B workers were laid off. If you're lucky enough to receive the H-1B visa and would like to pursue a green card by way of employment, you'd likely focus on the EB2 or EB3 visas, which are employment-based green cards. You would need a company to sponsor you, and this can be difficult as the employer needs to show that they could not find a qualified U.S. worker after spending thousands of dollars in local newspaper advertisements, which could take months to produce you a labor certification. Also, not everyone qualifies for EB2 and EB3 directly upon graduation. For EB2, you either need at least a master's degree or a bachelor's degree with 5 years of experience, or you need to show exceptional ability through awards, work experience, or with other evidence. The EB3 visa has less strict requirements but longer wait times, and you need to show that you have at least 2 years of job experience, possess a bachelor's degree, or are capable of performing unskilled labor that requires less than 2 years of training. For applicants from India or China, receiving an EB2 or EB3 visa can take decades. This is because there's a 7% country cap on these visas, limiting each country to only about 2,800 visas out of the 40,000 available annually. Since the visas also can cover spouses and children, In reality, only approximately 1,000 to 1,200 applicants per country can receive these visas each year. The visa bulletin might show current processing for applications from 4 to 5 years ago for China and 12 years ago for India, but this is misleading. It doesn't account for the huge backlog of approved EB2 and EB3 applications waiting for visa numbers to become available. For reference, there are over 438,000 approved EB2 applications and more than 156,000 approved EB3 petitions for Indians. For China, there are over 43,000 approved EB2 applications and more than 22,000 approved EB3 petitions for Chinese applicants. An independent study by the Cato Institute think tank projects wait times of at least 54 years for new Indian EB2 and EB3 applicants, and at least 13 years for new Chinese applicants. Due to the difficulty in obtaining an H-1B visa, or an EB2 and EB3 green cards, many F1 visa holders are applying for the EB5 visa, which is one of the fastest paths to U.S. residency. Thanks to the EB5 Reform and Integrity Act of 2022, processing times have shortened dramatically. You can receive an employment authorization document, otherwise known as an EAD, and advanced parole, known as AP, for travel permit in as little as 3 months while your green card petition is processed. Your work authorization permits you to work for any employer without restrictions, thereby providing a path to continuing your life in the U.S. upon graduating. The EB5 visa program provides you, your spouse, and unmarried children under the age of 21 green cards after you've made an investment that creates at least 10 full-time American jobs. This may sound difficult for you to do by yourself, but government-authorized organizations called regional centers combine the funds from many EB5 investors to finance large-scale projects that create numerous jobs directly in the project and indirectly in the economy through project expenditures. The standard EB5 investment is $1,050,000, but it's reduced to $800,000 for investments in targeted employment areas, which include rural or high unemployment locations. The RIA gives rural projects priority processing for one of the fastest paths to a green card. This benefits investors from China and India, where demand for work visas is high, allowing them to bypass decades of waiting. If you are from China or India, we encourage you to act soon while there's still visas available for priority processing projects. Most regional centers offer projects with a minimum investment of $800,000 US, with options to invest in installments. Your relatives can give you the funds, or you could borrow from a financial institution or private lender. Upon the project's success, you can expect to receive your initial investment back, along with some profit sharing or dividends during the investment. With an EB5 visa, there are no lotteries with slim chances of receiving a visa, no employment sponsors needed, or no risk that employers can let you off. Our vertically integrated structure as a regional center and developer with VC partners has yielded 100% success in repaying EB5 investments in full, as well as project approval rates for both the conditional and permanent green cards. To learn more about one of the fastest and most flexible paths to receiving a green card, please contact us through our website, WhatsApp, or call. We'd be happy to explain the EB5 program and its requirements in detail, answer any questions, and connect you with an immigration attorney for a free consultation.